Hi everybody, welcome to Jenkins Boat Works. I am Chuck Jenkins. We've got a new video today, our second of 4 in our report from the Wooden Boat Show in Mystic, Connecticut. Was up there last weekend and got an awful lot of video of an awful lot of different kinds of things. And last week we got a video out about the I Built It Myself area and got a lot of positive response on that. And today's video will be about some YouTube personalities that I am sure many of you are familiar with and may follow. I had the pleasure and opportunity to meet Lou Sauzzede from Tips from a Shipwright, and he gave me a t-shirt. Actually, we traded t-shirts, and I fear that I was a bit of a fanboy because I just was so excited to meet him, and I've wanted to meet him for years. So anyway, we got to visit with him for a couple of minutes, and if you haven't seen it, he is back to work and putting out some video. He is building a replica of Orca, the boat from Jaws, the movie Jaws, and so he talks about that just for a second. Also got to visit with Nick Schade from Guillemot Kayaks, and we had actually had a lot of contact with him in the last several months as we were building one of his kayak designs. So it was great to catch up with him and see him. And then also saw Kristen from Total Boat, and ran into Bob Emser from The Art of Boat Building, and also Ann Bryant, who you may more know from Acorn to Arabella. And although Steve wasn't there, we had met him a couple of years ago. He's just off sailing. So, but Ann was there, and she talked quite a little bit about a project that she and Bob are going to work on. Bob is going to make it beautiful, an old Lyman runabout that she bought. So we get to look at that too. So anyway, a lot of fun, got to visit with a lot of people, and it's just always fun to see them and exchange ideas and that sort of thing. So I hope you'll enjoy this. And we do still have 2 more videos coming as soon as I can get the editing done, other parts of the Wooden Boat Show. And so it was just a great trip. Well, let's jump in and talk to some folks. All right, I was looking for this. This is a Chesapeake Light Craft tent. I expect Nick Schade is there. Maybe we'll get to talk to him for a minute, depending on how busy he is. Well, that's a curious design. I like it. Stitch and glue, obviously. A rowing skiff.
Feel too, but probably not.
Looking good. Well, we found Nick Schade here at the CLC tent, and he is hard at work. And he's starting to be hard at work. Can you tell us what's going on here?
So this is one of my brother's designs, the Shearwater Sport. It's a 15-foot something, and it's a hybrid, so stitch and glue hull, and we're going to be stripping the deck. And so I'm just trying to, I got the forms put in place, and I'm just trying to figure out what we're going to do with the strips, and just getting started. Had to sharpen my plane, see how it goes.
Sure. So what kind of, you using cedar?
Mostly Western red cedar. Got a little bit of walnut here, which I'm going to use as an accent. Probably do a walnut shear strip.
Oh, that'll be nice.
And then fill it in with some cedar, and throw some other accents in there. See
great. Well, we had teased that we would get to hope to see you here, and so I'm sure glad to be able to spend a few minutes with you and have a great show.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. If somehow you're not familiar with Chesapeake Light Craft, check out their website. They have a lot of stitch and glue stuff, and you can buy the kits that have the pieces already like cut out on CNC. So you can see this scarf here. So that's a super strong scarf, and they just fit together nicely. We had bought a wood duck, or I'm sorry, what was it? A Chesapeake 18, I believe, that was a kit. So all the pieces came pre-cut and made for quick assembly, really. My, look at some of this here. Wow, that's lovely. Yeah, that's a sweet design right there. I need to find out what that is. Here is a Petrel Sport built by Nick. You can see he's got the carbon Kevlar in the inside. There's his sticker. Nick Schade, Guillemot Kayak. Oh, that's really nice. Well, I'm glad we got to talk to him for a minute. See, Bob Emser's here. He has his boat building academy that he's been doing. He does not appear to have his haven here this year. Oh my word, that might be Lou. I think it is. Well, look who I ran into. There's Lou. Tips from a shipwright. So glad to meet you, Lou.
Well, it's nice to meet you. It's nice to be here. It's a great show, and you know, I want to just say to you a few things about some of the stuff that I've been working on. I'm working on a 38-foot friendship sloop right now. I just put a new stem in it and a new mast step. So that's been a project of mine for the last couple of years. You know, part-time project, but you know, I've got Orca cranked up again, and you know, I'm a busy guy.
That Orca project's a little timely, where they've been talking about the Jaws movie here just lately.
Oh yeah, well, an Orca just showed up in Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. Someone put the Orca top on a main hull. And I haven't even seen a picture of it yet.
Oh, wow.
I can't wait to see a picture of it and see how close to original it looks.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My intention is to make it look exactly original.
Yeah.
How you doing?
You know, before the movie came out, the book was out, and I think that I can safely say it's the only book that I ever read cover to cover in one sitting.
What's that?
Jaws.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The only book that I ever read from cover to cover still today is the Herreshoff's boat building.
Yeah?
I'm Herreshoff. Oh.
Well, sure good to meet you, and we sure did get some lovely weather. Man.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is beautiful. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. There's John.
Thank you, sir. Well, now look who I found. There's Bob Emser.
Hi, it's Chuck.
And Ann Bryant.
What's going on?
Oh, not too much. How are you guys?
Good. You having a good show?
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. The weather's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting to see some friends and
Yeah.
new projects and old projects.
I tell you, it's the first time I've ever had a boat in the show, and I've been coming here for 9 years.
Well, that's good. So what have we got going on here?
This is, I'm calling her First Fig. This is this is 1957 Lyman Runabout, 16 and a half feet long.
Yeah?
And Bob and I are going to be working on this together in a way. This is my extra boat. If anybody is watching and they own a boat and then they're like, oh, what's another boat? Or I'm like, oh, this is my third boat that I've never gotten to. I have a sailboat and a dinghy, and this one is just sat waiting for me to stop doing stuff, which doesn't happen. So First Fig comes from a poem by Edna St. Vincent Millay that goes, my candle burns at both ends, it will not last the night, but my foes and my friends, it gives a lovely light. So we're going to get this to a level of fit and finish where she's going to be a photo boat platform for me to be able to go to regattas or boat shows or even interesting places, approach them by water, and also film interesting boats underway. So all of
that'll be great.
Consideration, and obviously I've never gotten to it, so the maintenance has to be easy too. So we're going to do the most beautiful finishes that are also easy for me to keep up with annually.
Good, good. And so Bob, you're going to be working on it?
I am. I'm going to pull it back to Illinois after the show. Ann's going with me. And we're going to stop in Sandusky, Ohio, where Lyman's were made.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Talk to the museum, chairman of the board of the museum.
Yep.
And so they have a whole museum about Lyman's, and so we're going to learn a lot, and we're going to videotape some stories. So the goal will be is that 1 week you'll see me working on the boat, And next week you'll hear a story about the boat on Ann's channel, and then back and forth throughout the year.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, I can see some immediate needs for attention. Looks like down there where the stem meets the keel is a little ugly. And so what kind of construction is this?
It's plywood lap strike.
Okay.
You're talking about a factory that turned about during their most productive years, or actually I think from beginning to end, soup to nuts, was 60,000 boats. So that means that the consistency of the material was really key to be able to build that many. So they had pre-cut planks. This was a manufacturing process.
Yeah.
So pre-cut plywood planks and oak frames. And mahogany, I guess.
Yeah,
it doesn't
the
look like it
seats.
anymore, but
We might take a little look in here.
yeah, come on in.
We even put the main leaves in here.
Yeah, these real leaves from Maine.
Real leaves from Maine. Well, so you can see all the steam bent oak and
Yep.
the ribs, and obviously there's a few there that have got some issue.
Yep, and some that were not repaired particularly well the last time someone did have a look at it. So there's some wood in there that isn't necessarily original and doesn't have the right fasteners in or whatnot. So and then also there might be some tightening to do in places with the clench nails, possibly banging them in a little bit more in places where the planks are fine.
Yeah.
And then also optimizing the boat for example, a platform for photography and filming. So some of that will be maybe getting rid of this furniture back here and replacing it with either benches that, you know, kind of come all the way back or whatnot for more stowage, and possibly some, we haven't talked about this yet, possibly some dry storage for things like electronics or extra batteries.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Well, it looks like just a wonderful project, so we wish you good luck, and we will follow it. And any of my audience, this would be another good project for you all to follow as well. So
Definitely. This is a boat that people will find for sale in a front yard all the time. They're wondering, well, that's nice, but you know, they're thinking very practically about it. I was thinking practically about this when I bought it too, in that it seemed attainable to at least maintain it. Bob's gonna get it up to the level. Well, and we're gonna do that together.
we're gonna make
as
it
well.
beautiful.
Yeah, he's gonna make it beautiful. That's what he does.
If you like the video, remember to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.